Hi, my name is Tamara Goldner, and I will be talking to you about Storybird. So here is the dashboard. I made a free trial teacher account. On here is the showcase, assignments. In assignments is where I would use formal instruction for my students. You can go in under challenge, and in here are a bunch of prompts for your students. So since I teach first grade, I would look for a lesson that helps with first graders. So here is a first grade writing prompt. If I click on it, I can assign it to class, and there is a teacher guide. So if I assign it to my class, I can go into classes, assignments, and it's here, and it says how many students have participated. For informal instruction, I would have students create their own stories. So under write, you can have students create a picture book, long form story, comics, flash fiction, and poetry. If I were creating a comic, I would choose pictures that would match what I would like to write about. So my title for this one could be Pirates. And I could type in words to match the comics. Then I can preview it here. Then I can save and exit. I can save it as a draft to work on later. I can publish it publicly, which needs a ticket. I can make it private so only I can view it, or I can submit it to my teacher for my class. Another format I think would be popular with my first graders would be creating picture books. So students can choose an illustration that would match what they would like to write about. So the first thing you have to do is add a title. So Santa Claus. And then they can write about Santa Claus. And if they want to turn the page, they can turn to this page, and then they can add any pictures that may match. So here is Santa on a sleigh, and they can add words to match the photo. Then they can save and exit. Going back to my dashboard, it shows my stuff. So I have recently viewed these stories, any writing that I have worked on. So here's my Santa Claus book, my Pirates book, and a book I was working on earlier called Animals. Here are badges for what I'm working on that I can earn. Crowns are kind of like a point system that I earn from completing challenges and doing daily writing. If I earn 70 crowns, I can use them to get one review ticket. And if I earn 200 crowns, I can use it to get a PDF download of one of my books I wrote. Tickets are used to get your story published. You have to turn in a ticket with your story. A downside to this is that if you buy this program, you only get 10 tickets a month, so students can only publish 10 pieces of work. And if it's over 500 words or over a 10-page storybook, then students have to use more than one ticket. So it's not very friendly to students who really like to write a lot. Students can purchase more tickets, but it's at a cost which is not available for a lot of students. On Storybird, you can also read the work of other students who have posted their books on this page. So students can go through and read different storybooks, picture books, comics, flash fiction, poetry, and read them. If they find a story that they really like, they can add it to their bookshelf for them to quickly find later. I would have students go on here during guided reading groups and explore different books and read different work by other students in their class or online. The only downside to this is that it's not leveled by what they can read. They will just kind of have to do trial and error and start reading stories and see if they are able to read them. How I would use the writing in my classroom would be to have students maybe work on a rough draft on paper and then create the final draft on an online book. I could also have them create comics during writing and use that as an incentive to get students to be working and pull them in smaller groups. We use iPads in my classroom, so there can only be 7 students at a time on the technology. Another drawback could be that it could be hard for younger students to move around the website since there are so many tabs and so many different options. Finally, Storybird is not free. There is a cost, which is also a downside.